Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yes. Just start to take some deep breaths. Just notice your breath. I'm going to say a few words to introduce the form that I grew up with. And this group for Cassandra, right? Yeah. Is DojoX Meditation Group, or a Sangha. And I was raised with the form of Soto Zen, if you've ever heard of the Japanese form Soto Zen. And so the form that I'm sitting in is that style of sitting. And I like to introduce it, but you can sit any way you feel that it feels right for you. And I invite you to stretch into trying it out differently, or trying out something that may be a little new for you. The form is on a zafu and a zabaton. That's what the zafu is, the pillow, and the zabaton is the mat. And so you can always get a zafu and a zabaton. It's nice to have your own at home to practice on a daily basis. So I really encourage that. When you sit on a zafu, you want to sit on the front third of the pillow. Is how you actually can get your feet to lay flat on the zabaton. And when I first started, I've been doing this decades, this was common for me, even though, because my hips were always really tight. So be gentle on yourself. I've seen people go from the chair all the way down to how Andrew and Michael and Katie are sitting. So the form looks like that. Your back is nice and straight. Your chin is at a 45-degree angle, and we do this meditation with our eyes open, and eyes closed is great to do it that way also. It's a 45-degree gaze in front of you, looking down with a very wide view. If you look down at a 45-degree angle and you let your vision actually can see everybody that is sitting in this whole entire space, I can. So that's a sign that you're being very present when your vision is very wide and broad like that. You'll notice as you are sitting that your mind will want to try and pick out something on the carpet to focus on. And so I encourage you to return back to your breath and bring that vision nice and broad and wide. Diaphragmatic breathing is the style of breathing where you breathe deep into your belly, about 3 inches below your belly button. So if you have your attention focused on that 3 inches below your belly button, when you take a breath, your belly actually comes out naturally. It's a very natural form of when you were born, you were breathing diaphragmatically, and then when you became more into your thinking, you learned that you didn't have to use as much breath, and you could use the top third of your lungs. And so this is reminding you of something that you've always done as soon as you were born. It's a great reminder to return back to that childlike memory of diaphragmatic breathing. I do a hand form that's called a mudra, and it's your left hand and right hand and your thumbs touch nice and gently together, like if there was rice paper touching between there. It's not arched, it's just very gentle, and it's at the base of your hara, which is 3 inches below your belly button, and you just rest it right there, and that's like what you're breathing into is that base, and you're holding that space of your hara like a baby, and breathing as you breathe deeply to focus your attention down at that base and fill your belly to your lungs, to your throat up with air in through your nose and out through your nose. You have to focus to be able to do that. You can't think of a thought at the same time you're breathing diaphragmatically, so it's a great way to be present and aware. When I start the meditation, I'll start with my hand. You'll see my hand come up into what this is called a gasho, like this, what I do is I start it from this position, and if you could, you'll just stay in the position that you're in, and I'll ring the bell 3 times. At the end, I'll put the striker right here, and then when you see me bring my hands together, you'll actually sense it and feel everybody do that at the same time. And then we'll bow intentionally to start the meditation. It's a nice, slow, easy bow that honors the space to say thank you for being here. And a bow is saying thank you. So if you miss it, don't worry about it. I'm talking a lot of things to kind of try and remember here, so don't beat yourself up if you do, because it's going to come around in 20 minutes. I'm going to do the same thing at the end of 20 minutes. Ring the bell 3 times, have the striker here, put it up here, and I'll wait a second, and then we'll all bow together nice and intentionally. Okay, all while being very present and aware of all your movements and your breath while doing that bow. You can't get this wrong. So however you feel comfortable, and a little uncomfortable is okay. If you do need to move your legs or itch something, sit with it for a second and then move intentionally. If your leg falls asleep and you have to put your leg out so you get blood flow back to it, do it with intention. Don't just move it out and do it unaware or just automatically. You may have to pull your leg back. That's another form that works really well. So if you do need to move, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Be gentle on yourself and challenge yourself. Okay? Any questions so far? No? Great. We do a 20-minute meditation to start, and then I'll do about a 10-minute talk, and then a 10-minute meditation to wrap it up. So we will adjust and move after the 20 minutes, so you know that you will be able to wiggle around and move your legs a little bit so you can have some of the blood flow back if you lose it. Pay attention to your breath. Breathe intentionally, breathe slowly, and let yourself be present and aware in a group of people, in a Sangha. And it's a reminder to do it on a daily basis for yourself, that you're worth it. You're worth it to be with yourself and with a group that can connect without words. So it's one of my favorite things to do, is to sit in silence in Sangha. And so this is kind of Tony's dream relationships to connect at this level. So thank you for being here, and look forward to seeing where we go, being present together and aware. All right, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable in the position you're going to sit in for 20 minutes, and we will go ahead and I'll strike the bell 3 times. Welcome to DojoX Meditation Group, our Sangha. Thanks for being here. Move your body a little bit. Feel your body. Notice the feelings and sensations that are going on, and if it needs a little nurturing or adjustment, feel free to do so. Great. Thank you all for being here again. Tonight's Dharma talk is discipline, routines, and habits that support you in being the best version of yourself on a daily basis. If you just kind of think of that, of what is that for yourself that you're already doing that brings out that side of yourself every day that supports you in being the best version of yourself. Sorry if something's vibrating. I'm not sure what it is, but that's okay. It'll stop itself. So just to think of that in your mind, that the things that you're already doing that support that, a discipline or a habit or a routine that brings that out on a daily basis. Maybe it could be self-care in the tradition of sitting in stillness and silence. Is it sitting on a daily basis with yourself so that you're not only functioning from your ego and you can operate from also your body and listen to your gut instinct or wisdom from within? Be more aware on a daily basis. How do you take care of your body that brings out the best in you? You know, Dexter and Katie and Andrew, we sit in the sauna on a regular basis for me to nurture my nervous system, which meditation does this very similar thing. And so that, discipline in itself will bring out the best in who you are if you design and practice things on a daily basis that support you in being that best version of yourself. And Zazen or meditation is one of those key primal things that will undeniably enhance or support you in being the best version of yourself. I know for, years and years, and still in waves, I resist it on a daily basis. My mind is like, sleep in, it's early. I like to get up 4:30 and sit in the morning, and it's like when nothing else is happening and I can hear my mind tell me to stay in bed or critique what I'm doing, and to choose to do it on a regular basis supports me in showing up deeper in my relationship with those that are closest to me and in my friends' network, that I can really be present and aware and connect, whether it is through humor, sadness, all the emotions that come with being in the body, that I can self-expression and be in touch with those, especially as a man, that emotions and sensations in the body are not a bad thing, but yet something that I believe women do at a very high level, and I strive to touch into that every once in a while, and through sitting, I get to experience my body like I've never experienced before. And so to take that from the practice of sitting in Sangha as a discipline in meditation, and to practice it on a daily basis, to really let yourself, I used to look at my meditation in the morning as going on a date with myself. And am I willing to treat myself like I would treat Amber on a date, and support myself to have that same kind of love and compassion and romance for myself, to sit on a pillow and breathe for 20 minutes before I actually go out into the world and be in relationship with others. I talk a lot about being in relationship with others, that this is an important component to connecting and being present in relationships, is through being connected to yourself and filling your cup first before you try to give or support others. Because if your cup is empty, you sure can't support others, until you're fully fulfilled inside. And I've tried for many, many years and to just give, and I burn out. I'm resentful. I feel, resentful is a good one. And then when I sit and I practice nurturing myself, taking it to the point, can I put something on that feels in that way? In the Zen tradition would be like even a robe. There's different meditation robes. To have a pillow, a zafu, and a zabaton for yourself, that to have one spot in your house that you go to and sit every morning to be with yourself on that date, like to take and develop something for yourself that you can really honor that time and space for yourself to fill your cup. And then, I watch worlds change as people develop and cultivate their own discipline and practice around meditation. And so, from working out in the gym to how you show up at your job, or if you're an entrepreneur, that having these disciplines. We were talking about bowing last week, and the art of bowing and saying thank you for this space and this time is like a discipline to be in relationship with people, to that we bow in this space. That's a discipline to commit to showing up in a certain place of reverence, honor, and integrity that will enhance the way that you do things. So a bow when you come in, and a bow when you go out, to a bow when we all bow together. It's practicing that discipline of being in integrity and romance with yourself. I love the word romancing myself. Feels good to my body. And so I want to encourage all of you to have, what disciplines can maybe that that you've been wanting to do more of, or implement into your life. Could be a facial, could be that Epsom salt bath, could be taking time before you go to bed to not be on your phone, or when you wake up to not go straight to your emails, or that kind of thing. To allow that space for yourself, and really honor it as a way of a discipline for you to enhance how you're being the best version of yourself. And I am a better person in Sangha, and I know that that's discipline for myself from when I get to set it up. And then, like I say, I sit in the morning and I get to have the energy of all of you sitting in here. I'm constantly a better version of myself. So the discipline of sitting and being in Sangha and sitting with all of you enhances me being a better version of myself. And so to think, what would be that one thing I could do for myself that I've been putting off that would enhance that version of myself to be a better me, even though I'm beautiful and perfect as I am.
Yes, you are, Jeff.
Yes, and all of you too. So that's right, exactly. A mirror would be good. I have the one at the door that I get to look at myself, and I try to make sure I do that. But so discipline, habits, and routines that honor and bring out the best version of yourself. So I encourage that for all of you, and Sangha is a way to do that. I always encourage when you first wake up in the morning to sit in stillness and silence as a way to really anchor in and show yourself you're worth it. You're the first one. And then go out and give and be in the world and really serve and love people deeply. So thank you all for being here. I love you all. Dexter, yes, you too, even you.
We love you too.
I know. And yeah, so when we sit in this next 10 minutes that, to really honor yourself and fill your cup, being with yourself and notice all of you. And a reminder that I do put all my Dharma talks on YouTube at Tony Bonnici DojoX. So if you want to go listen to any of the talks prior or even this one again. I also do have a 10-minute meditation, a 20-minute meditation, and then I put the hour-long full sittings each week up also. So it is available for encouragement and support for you if you want to sit in Sangha. And on the East Coast, it's about at 12:30 at night or 11:30 at night right now. So I got that request, and I do that for support to put it out there. And always subscribe and like or comment. It's always good for the channel. Gets it out to more people. And we're going to sit for another 10 minutes. And then when we finish, if you could, your pillow was nurtured and fluffed up to its nice puffy self and sat intentionally on your zabuton. And then if you could fluff it up and then dust off any lint or anything on your zabuton, yes, that would be fantastic. You can leave them all right where they are. And then again, I want to encourage you, hugs, handshakes, without a lot of talking, and still keep the energy of the Sangha and the energy that's been created here as you leave. A nice bow is always welcome when you go out to say thank you to this space. It's much appreciative. And you can always invite a friend. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Yep. It's definitely great to have you here. And next week, same time, same place. And we are in December. So December 2nd already, coming up on 2026. So final encouragement to let yourself go into dreamy goodness for what you would like to create or want for 2026. And anything is possible. Just to let yourself be in that energy is always good in December, and know that we're coming into to a whole new year and a whole new beginning. So, all right. So let's get back in your position and we'll sit for 10 minutes. And thank you for being here. Thank you all for coming tonight. We'll be same place, same time next week. And if you want to join online, if you're not here, you're more than welcome.